Fighting among family members is completely normal, but sometimes what may seem on the surface to be a simple, everyday argument can escalate into a grim tragedy. Such was the case with Margaret Craig, a 71-year-old woman from Landover, Maryland, who was murdered on May 23, 2023 by her daughter, 44-year-old Candace Craig, and granddaughter, 19-year-old Salia Hardy. And if that weren't horrible enough, the two women also desecrated poor Margaret's body, disposing of it in a manner so utterly ghastly, it is almost unspeakable. The investigation into Margaret Craig's death began on Friday, June 3, 2023, when police responded to a welfare check at her home, requested by a male relative who grew concerned after not hearing from Margaret for several days. When the police arrived to conduct the check, they were met by Candace Craig, who allowed them to search the home. In the basement, they were immediately hit with the stench of decomposition and found blood and scraps of flesh on the floor. They also found 3 white plastic trash bags, one of which contained what appeared to be brain matter. They also found a knife lying on the basement floor, and a chainsaw with pieces of human remains on it. An autopsy determined that Margaret had been killed by blunt force trauma to the head. Her body had then been dismembered with a chainsaw, with some of her remains being stuffed in the garbage bags in the basement. A witness also approached law enforcement at the scene of the crime and said that on May 27th they saw Candace and Salia near a small fire in the brush behind the house, burning what they believed to be human remains. Police found the burn site, a barbecue in the backyard, which did indeed contain human remains, later confirmed to be Margaret's. The police investigation revealed that Margaret Craig had been killed in a dispute with her daughter, Candace, over the use of her credit card. Candace had been using her mother's credit card without permission, and Margaret had threatened to report her to the police. In anger, Candace killed her mother, with her daughter Salia assisting with the disposal of the body. Candace Craig and Salia Hardy were arrested on June 4, 2023. On June 5th, during a hearing, they denied the allegations against them. Candace was charged with both first and second-degree murder on June 7th, with Salia facing charges of accessory after the fact to both counts of murder, because of her role in hiding her grandmother's remains. Salia allegedly waived her Miranda rights to implicate her mother in the crime. Candace, however, denied any involvement whatsoever, the charging documents note. The trial for Candace Craig and Salia Hardy is scheduled to begin in October 2023. The two women could face life in prison if convicted. The murder of Margaret Craig is a tragic case of a family member killing another family member in a fit of anger. I find this particular case remarkable because of the utterly mundane nature of the apparent motive, and for the fact that Candace freely allowed police to search the home, only to deny involvement in Margaret's murder, despite the clear evidence. Salia trying to pin the whole thing on her mother is also rather striking, considering she apparently was a willing accessory to the crime. It just goes to show that someone can be moved to evil for even the slightest things, and will do anything to exonerate themselves, even if there really is no way out. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay safe out there, and remember, don't get scared out of sorts.